Spoldong. He's going to be playing your Centaur War Runner. We got Loda playing his precious Chaos Knight. Man, he's got a fierce out set right now. He looks as badass as ever. And Ake is going to be joining his side on the Wisp.
Alright, and then for Navi, we've got Havost playing the safe lane Slark, FNG on the Skywrath Mage, Dendi playing the solo mid Templar Assassin, Funnick on the off-lane Tidehunter, and Vanscore playing the support Bane.
This Bane is for now dancing around the bottom lane. We'll see if they do commit to this 2-1-2 kind of a laning setup. Neither team looking to get too aggressive too early. They have definitely some scout positions here to check out that bottom rune. Funnick has taken the high ground here, but he will be heavily contested if he even wants to consider going towards that rune spot. And I can't help but just give props to Valve for this new rune system. It really creates a lot of action here from top to bottom of these rivers. Bottles are more valuable, and it's just something to always look out for, as teams are always contesting them now. And it is going to be a regen on the bottom. Can't really do a whole lot with that. And the bounty is going to be at the top. Havost quickly grabs that up for himself. So he benefits from just that small extra niche of XP and gold. Certainly can't hate on that too much. And we're going to get back and underway here. So support Lina and the support Wisp and Chaos Knight. They're going to try to create space for Loda to really open up on that farm. And on the other side, it's not going to be a whole lot to contest it. Your Tidehunter and Bane. And Bane for now starts with 1 level of sleep. I mean, do you consider if he hangs out down here going for something like Enfeeble to try to make the last hits a little more tricky?
Probably not. I think he's just going to try to save Tidehunter so that they can't go on him. Because I think if Bane's not in this bot lane, they can easily kill Tide. But when Bane's here, it gets a bit more tricky, you know, with the sleep.
Yeah. You
have to sort of cancel your animations a bunch of times to get him to sleep and then use your spells.
And the Misery Lina, he's really taking advantage of that long-range auto attack that she was granted recently, and she can really...
What is it now? 625?
I don't know, it's like 45,000 or something like that. She hits people in other games. It's just that long. It's ridiculous. But she's lingering about, and you know, Funnick's already coming over contesting it, but like it's like, boo! Whoa, gets the Light Striker raid, locks Funnick in his place, and now they have extra move speed, and he can keep right-clicking and walking. Misery's trying to cut him off in the front, but he's not going to get the opportunity. Throws out the Anchor Smash. Secondary stun does catch. Ake gets put to sleep, but that's a lot of damage on Funnick early. He's going to have to start using that salve right away. So that's a bit of regen that's already going to be taken away from him on this bottom lane, as he does eat heavy, heavy harassment down there. Touching base on mid. Dendi's 7 and 9, now 8 and 9. Going toe-to-toe with 8 Mothers. Death Prophet 1? Whoa. That's a rough start for your Death Prophet. The first, now the third creep wave comes in.
Wow.
Dendi's putting on a clinic in this mid lane.
This lane doesn't get any easier.
Oh man, this is like this is the specialty, man. Dendi knows what to do in this lane. 8 Mother is not liking this start right now, and he quickly goes towards the northward. Invis Rune is waiting for him.
I don't think I've ever seen that in 4 creep waves. He's 12 and 10 to, well now, Death Prophet's gonna get a couple CS, so he's at 5 and 1 now.
Some, but man, that is a crippling start right now, and not what you want to give over to Dendi. And he's also getting denies, 10 denies, and mind you, they made denies that much better and that much more devastating when you're on the back end of them. So 8 Mother is pretty far behind. 3.5, 3.5 as far as levels go, and he's already into level 4 now, and they might need assistance. You have Vanscore already lingering nearby. 8 Mother might be in a bit of trouble. If he finds a moment to really unload on him, could be taken down and get first blood. Meanwhile, you can see bottom lane, Funnick is trying to creep towards the bottom part of the river, and Misery's, yeah, gotcha, long range, haha, really making him work for it.
Just got spotted, and he just kept standing there. That was pretty interesting. Like, 8 Mother just walked by him.
Boom. Funnick is just like, damn this Lina. She is creeping in and making my life a living hell. That fiery auto attack coming in. They do have this aggressive ward put out here on the bottom lane in the benefit for Navi, so they can see if they're having a lot of movement on the side, so he's not going to get caught out too easily. Top lane we haven't talked about a whole lot. You know, it's Bulldog on his Centaur. He has yet to get a CS, so he's also not having the best time. So Navi is taking advantage in 2 different lanes while he's still trying to get a CS for himself. Havost is second top next to Dendi, actually right neck and neck with Dendi. 21, now 22 and 8. FNG's doing a great job right there, trying to zone back that Centaur from getting anything done, but he's having a pretty slow-paced start on this Centaur War Runner.
Centaur definitely has a rough time against Skywrath.
Yeah.
Just spamming out those constant arcane bolts.
Should be a matchup that they should be pretty familiar with. That Centaur's pretty much always top pick. Also, the Skywrath Mage, so pretty much arch nemesis in this kind of a lane. Same with like the Brewmaster is always commonly going against or with the Skywrath Mage. But FNG is doing a bit of a lingering for now, scouting things out. Your rune is going to be picked up. It's grabbed on the bottom right there. Actually, I didn't see what it was. It looks like it was a, Invis bottled up from Dendi, or an illusion rather, that's bottled up, and the bounty was picked up top lane from Misery. Dendi returns back to the mid lane where he's been dominating, 27-17 to Death Prophet's 11-2. For the more profitable CS on Alliance, Loda is at 26-10, so not too shabby, but that's only one lane to their benefit out of the three.
Yeah, it looks like Misery is rotated into the top lane. I'm not sure what they necessarily plan to accomplish. If maybe they're just going to give him levels in the top lane and then Bulldog's going to rotate to the jungle.
Well, they see it's Alina now. They get the long concussive shot. Man, that pounce was all the way from downtown, and hey, Misery, welcome to the top lane. My name's Havost, and I'm going to greet you with the first blood as he does quickly grab it, and Misery might have regretted her decision moving to the top, but man, that pounce was like max range that caught on her.
It was definitely a great pounce by Havost. And yeah, I mean, I think their plan here is to they wanted to get Centaur some experience in the jungle as he's skilled up his return. But, I mean, Lina can't really go top. It's not I mean, there's no escape mechanism for that hero.
Bulldog is getting his first CS right now with a little bit of help from Misery in the jungle, just taking on the ogres. Ugly as ever, but they're going to have to prove to be something for Bulldog for now, and this is just more sweet time for Havost to just go.
And Bulldog's really struggling.
Top lane. He is struggling real hard, and Havost is just taking advantage of it. He gets great CS, and also benefits from that kill, that first blood.
It's going to be a 4 versus 2.
Oof, Bulldog doesn't get any easier, gets briefly saved. Aki jumps in to save him, but now, Funny gets pulled right back, and it's Loda who unloads on him. But Aki does get the last hit on that one. Vanscore, narrowly dodges the Light Strike Array and will retreat on out, so looks like Alliance do get themselves on the board in the back end of that one. Aki does pick up the kill with the benefit of Loda being right there. They take down the offlaner. I mean, Funny's also not having the easiest time, but at least he has 13 CS.
And the Ancients have been stacked once. A bit surprised that Vanscore isn't prioritizing stacking the Ancients. Are there any stacks in the jungle? Oh, no jungle stacks. So, no stacks for Funnick. Only one Ancient stack. Maybe they'll start stacking the Ancients for him. I think they need to. I think it's very easy for him to get ahead of the Centaur in this game.
I'm still very nervous for mid lane as well. 8 Mother is at 16-2, while Dendi's at 45-29.
29 denies.
29.
Wow.
Can we just say that again? 29 denies right now for Dendi.
I mean,
really
Dendi's just putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. And even Bulldog's here and like, what the hell's happening in this mid lane? What am I looking at here? I'm looking at a level 7 TA who is reaping huge benefits with power treads as well. While our Death Prophet's at level 6, barely level 6. This is not what we want. Now they're just forced to kind of make work in the jungle with some stacks and Crypt Swarms to get some sort of reliable gold somewhere, because the lanes are not looking that good. Bottom lane's the best shot they have, and it's not anywhere to match what's happening in the other two.
Yeah, and honestly, Funnick dying in the bot, like jungle side, was not that bad for Navi. Alliance has completely sacked this offlane. I mean, Havost is just sitting here farming all these
PvE
creeps
all day.
I mean, Dendi completely destroyed mid. I mean, there's no other way to say it. He just outplayed and outclassed 8 Mother this game.
TA versus a Death Prophet is...
I mean, it's not a fun matchup for Death Prophet by any means. I think Death Prophet can win in the first few levels, as most ranged heroes can against TA. But then after that, it gets really rough. And once this hero just starts getting 2, 3, 4 points in refraction along with the traps, it's even hard to just lane against the hero.
Navi just know they're sitting pretty right now. They'll just take advantage of the farm they want in these lanes. They're not looking to press the action. They're leaving the ball in Alliance's court to try to get something going for themselves. But Alliance are also not looking to go for any sort of kills. They're just going for farm in the jungle. They're trying to help 8 Mother somewhere, while Bulldog is going to be in the mid lane. He's not going to find CS here either, but he's just going to try to soak in some solo XP for now. He's only level 4. He does have his tranquils, but near 500 gold. It's going to be quite a ways before he gets a hold of that precious Blink Dagger, and a little ways as well from even just getting his level 6 and them benefiting from that Stampede. The one benefiting still is LOTA. LOTA's got his power treads, he's got his bracer, he's looking to build what looks like into an early Sane. He's got a belt of strength on hand here. Maybe a set of drums though, also to complement that bracer, but
well, that is kind of weird. Maybe he's going S and Y?
I don't know.
Interesting.
That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, he does have the extra meat on his bones, so that when the day comes that Dendi's like unleashes his fury outside of this mid lane, he'll want to be able to stand up to it. But bottom lane, we're going to see a bit of a tift as Vancore gets caught in the back end of a rift, and they just go ahead and open up on that Bane and make him look like nothing. And now they pull out the first ultimate of the game, one extra illusion right there, and they're going to start right-clicking down this tower. Not enough to really have Dendi or Havost venture away from their lane yet. They're still just having the time of their life farming up. Havost is at 2.3k now, and Alliance are just desperate to try to get a tower and maybe bring in some extra income for the rest of their team.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see any action from Havost until he goes ahead and picks up that Blink Dagger, which he just purchased. And Dendi goes ahead and picks up his drums.
Side by side, simultaneous TPs to pop on in. The Sleep is going to hold LOTA in his place. And, oh, this would be a huge grab for them, and they're going to get it. They already have the Ancient Seal out. Right clicks to come on in, and it's Dendi who picks up the last hit on LOTA. And all the meanwhile, Havost had moved on well in the head and got a hold of that pesky Wisp Ball. Ake quickly falls down, and Navi pull ahead now, 3-2.
Yep, Havost picks up the Blink Dagger and instantly TP's bottom to defend the tier 1 and they picked up 2 kills on the CK and the Wisp. Definitely two of the heroes you want to be killing in the early game.
One of the best starts you could ask for if you're a Navi fan, that's for sure.
And if we look at the gold graph, it's already a 3,000 gold lead and about 3,500 experience.
8mother ran face to face into Dendi, who gonna dish out some right clicks for now. Trying to use that drum for mobility. Man, brings him down to nearly a third life, but as I get caught up with that, it's a Skywrath Mage who ends up getting a sweet kill on Bulldog in the top lane. So the offlaner still continues to struggle on the side of Alliance. It just does not stop. And now it looks like LOTA and Ake are going to make their appearance here at the top and just keep trying to find some side farm elsewhere, because right now it's all LOTA as far as the true potential. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Asleep is going to catch here on Misery, but they're not looking to pursue as Bulldog comes in. He still does not have level 6, so he can't even get the Stampede off to try to help or initiate. And they just quickly pull back on the side of Navi.
Yeah, Bulldog's having a really hard time this game. He only has 700 gold. We're approaching 12 minutes now, and he's still not level 6. This is almost like what you would see on a support.
Dire's bottom tower has
He's supposed to be a core.
Yeah, this is very rough. And to put in comparison, Funnick, who's benefiting a lot more. He's got arcane boots. He's 7, near level 8, and
I mean, he did benefit from the ancient stacks. So.
That's true. That's true. He had something to fall back on while, Alliance, their jungle, pretty much had to go into the hands of 8mother on this Death Prophet, who is, still also trying to get back to herself. She's got her phase boots, but nowhere really near getting a hold of the Yules that they want. And, oh man, Havost grabs up an Invis rune. This is pretty much a sweet kill if they want it. Bulldog might be the one they target here, as he's just desperately trying to crumble away from these creeps, and if they get any sort of opportunity to open up on him, I don't think they're going to hesitate.
And I think if you're Alliance at this point, you sort of have to play for that late game. You have to hope that you can get this Death Prophet and CK with items into the late game, but that's not going to be an easy task against a Blink Dagger Slark and such a farm TA.
Yeah, when your Skywrath Mage is the same level as your Centaur, it's not looking too good. So for Dendi, who
finally gets the Stampede.
Got Stampede. Let's see if they can put it to use, though. LOTA is going to indeed build up the Sage first. Whether it goes into a Sage and Yasha, which I would wager that'll be the one, or the Halberd, we'll soon find out. But he's still a ways off. He's at 75 and 29, but you put that towards Dendi, who's 84 and 46 denies still on Templar.
46?
And yeah, he just keeps building up the Dendi denies more and more. It's deny Dendi all day right now. As Havost is going to still be at the top of the net worth, but him and Dendi side by side.
And Funnick's clearing out a big stack in the jungle. He's not too far off his Blink Dagger.
And oh man, this is going to get scary, but Alliance need to do something. So they congregate towards this mid lane, they press on in, and they want a tower. They pull out the 8mother Exorcism, and they start to right-click it down with that on top of the Phantasm. Phantasm, right? Yeah, Phantasm. I haven't seen CK in so long.
He hasn't gotten an extra illusion on either.
His RNG is also terrible. That certainly doesn't help.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely would be helpful to have 2 illusions here instead of 1.
And they're going to look for a defense. Funnick has Ravage
Man.
ready to go. He might just walk in there and get it off if they want. Gush slows him down, but Stampede's going to pull out defensively to allow them to make their escape. And defensive Stampede at this point is
Radiant's bottom tower is under
just kind of
attack.
goes to show that it's proven to be a bit troublesome right now. And
Yeah.
well, Na'Vi creep away after a successful defense, grab up a bounty rune, and hey, let's go ahead and do Roche. We have such a clear advantage that, well, even if they wanted to come make a team fight happen, we have the benefit of our Funnick Ravage nearby, ready to go, and I don't think there's going to be anyone who can contest us, so they're going to just assert their dominance and hold on to it.
Yeah, there's definitely no way that they can contest Roche right now. And you see how easily they can defend these pushes right now. Alliance are so scared. And Na'Vi have so many tools at their disposal right now. They have the Ravage, the Blink on Slark, and he's picked up an ultimate orb. This Slark is becoming scary really fast. I mean, he's on pace right now for about an 18-minute Scotty
With the Blink Dagger. Ooh.
with the Blink.
Oy, oy,
Yeah,
oy.
that's just going to be
Dire's top
devastating.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, so you have two
Roshan
hugely,
has
grossly
fallen to
farmed
the dire.
cores
Mortality.
already on Na'Vi. Dendi now benefits from the Aegis. Already has a
Dire's
reliable
bottom
Yasha,
tower
nearly
is under
800
attack.
gold. And also their Funnick about to get oh, he got his Blink Dagger. Oh boy. So 3 pinnacly farm players, and now they're going to get hold of 8 Mother.
Is under
Silence, concussive shot. Here comes the Havost. Doesn't catch with the pounce, but might not even need it as he tries to right click it home. That magic wand is not going to do a whole lot to save Death Prophet as she does fall. And Na'Vi push ahead. It's only 5-2, but it's much worse than that.
Yeah. Map control is just slipping away from Alliance right now. They're about to lose
Radiant's
complete
middle
control of their
tower is
jungle
under
after this
attack.
tier 1 on the bot lane falls.
And oh man.
And where are they going to farm? I mean, we haven't seen Death Prophet farm a lane in about like 8 minutes.
No, she's
just been
been
farming this jungle.
too
but
scary to go out there.
Na'Vi is just starting to ward the jungle, and once these tier 1s fall mid and bottom, they're going to have a lot of trouble. And Na'Vi have this massive lead without taking a single tower.
Oh, you're right. Holy moly.
And
There is a
how
lot
is
of gold on the field to still
Yeah.
grab up from both
And how
teams.
does Alliance defend these towers?
Actually, Alliance did get 1 tower, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, oh man, they're just like, we're just gonna just keep building on up. We don't need to even move together yet. No one's threatened.
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
mean, it's
is
set at
under attack.
10,000 experience lead. That's something you don't see very often.
Oh boy. Well, Havost stands his ground in the mid lane as we might see another push. This is the second go now on this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Had the benefit of a Treon Protector. This tower will be back full, but pouncing right on in into Havost. Taking it right to Death Prophet. No respect for her as they just immediately blow her up. Jump in, Ravage. Catches 3. Dendi unleashing a fury of right clicks. Takes down Bulldog. The Centaur War Runner will fall. And Na'Vi push ahead 7-2. Make easy work of Alliance in the mid lane. And well, Wisp, who apparently relocated to save the life of fallen comrade, goes down, but it doesn't stop there. Havost is still in hot pursuit. Lena's also going to go down. They're just cleaning house. This is a slaughter.
Yeah. And you know, I really like the Alliance's draft in theory. You have the CK make Phantasm Illusions, and you have the Death Prophet pop Exorcism, and you just 5-mana tower. Unfortunately,
Oh, and a
you know,
stack.
the laning phase just didn't go their way. They weren't able to get the farm that they needed on DP. DP's not tanky at all at this point. No Yule Scepter, no HP items, no armor items.
Nice.
And I mean,
triple
they're just
stack,
really
buddies.
struggling right now.
Clear that out. Man, oh man. I don't know. Alliance. I mean,
And Loda just went for a Midas. He knows that this game has to go to 40 to 50 minutes for them to have a chance to win at this point.
Yeah.
They need the Death Prophet level 16 with like a heart and a Shiva's, and the Chaos Knight with, you know, a heart of his own.
Poor, he's gonna get his Bulldog as he just
Yeah.
it's obliterated bottom lane, just like it was nuts. Havost goes in and quick cleans up. He's got his second ultimate orb. About to have his Scotty.
Thanks for that.
On Slark. Man.
The problem with going so late against Na'Vi right now is they're gonna be so ahead even if they get to this 40-minute stage. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're 20,000 gold ahead by 30 to 40 minutes
Yeah.
at the rate that they're going. I mean, they're about to probably just take all the outer
Yeah.
towers, and there's no reason for them to trade any to Alliance. I mean, they can defend these towers so easily.
Radiant's
Absolutely.
bottom tower is under attack.
So.
This is just them going uncontested. on a
Radiant structures
absolute
are fortified.
fury. Now they're going to try to slow them down with the
Radiant's
glyph,
bottom
but
tower is under attack.
it's not going to stop them from getting what they want. They pretty much got this whole game. Anything they
Radiant's
set out
bottom
for, they
tower
do it.
has fallen.
Assert their dominance in the lane.
Dire's top tower
Bottom
is
the only
under
lane
attack.
where really Na'Vi have a bit of trouble, but not really enough to prevent them from still allowing Funnick to get reliable farm elsewhere and get to reasonably timed Blink Dagger and his Ravage and levels. And well, for mid lane, it's the Lions looking for a game changer. Half of them are still smoked up, looking for someone, but there's no one out there. Vanscore's nearby, but they're just going to continue to pressure out of this bottom lane a bit. Denny's doing work top.
He's almost got a Desolator.
Yeah, he's going right for big damage. I saw that before. He's not going to bother with any sort of BKB. He just wants to unleash a true fury. And they're moving on in. They find Funnick. They pull him back. He's got Ravage, and he wants to pull it out. And he will. He catches out a couple of them. And FNG just cleans out the rest of Loda. Oh, boy. Aki's going to fall as well. Well, F4L, this could be a quick game. This is supposed to be the El Clasico, and it looks like Na'Vi are not getting post-dramatic TI3 troubles against this CK Abyss, because they are just out for blood right now. And even, oh, hi, how's it going? Oh, quick blink reaction, though, from Bulldog allows him to just jump right over Havost and get away, but they're just bullying the whole map and even farming on the enemy territory.
And when I saw this draft, I actually thought that Alliance were going to aggressive tri-lane with the CK Wisp and Lina. And then, I don't know, I just feel like they put themselves in a position where if their lanes start losing, they really struggle to find a footing. And I feel like if they had an aggressive tri-lane top, they could have won that lane fairly convincingly. I mean, you put all of these heroes in danger in the top lane if you aggressive tri-lane with the CK Wisp and Lina.
Yeah. And oh man, your Yule's now going to be complete on your Death Prophet 8 Mother. And top lane.
Has a Scotty.
Havost got it. And now it's tier 1.
Is under attack.
Going to be under pressure here, and Alliance are just nowhere near to defend. They just... what are we going to do about this?
They don't have any damage to kill Havost right now.
Man, oh man.
He can just do whatever he wants.
Try to burst with something. Even if they focus fire him completely down, it's not going to stop the rest of Na'Vi from preventing to get you what they want. A lingering Skywrath Mage with a Silence and Mystic Flare ready to go. You know, Vanscore who has a Fiend's Grip to just lock someone down. You know, Funnick is constantly lingering him by. He doesn't have Ravage yet, but about 35 seconds he will. And they just take one tower, they take 2 tower. This graph is going down quicker than Aero Gaming's career, that's for sure.
Wow.
What?
That's right.
Whatever. 3-2-2.
I'm sure they deserve one.
Top lane. Woo! Swift escape is going to allow Loda to get out from any sort of trouble, but I don't think Aki's going to get the same. Meanwhile, in the secret shop, you're going to see Dendi get caught out from 3.
Oh my.
And they don't really have proper detection. So
Alliance are just falling apart. They have no detection.
Oh, but they get a stun off, but they can't do anything. Meanwhile, Havost cleans out Ake as he makes his return. Whoa! Just get blasted down right there, which is a nice grab for Alliance, but...
You don't see them making mistakes like this often. I mean, they didn't have any detection, and they tried to kill a TA. I mean, Ake and Misery are no slouches at support. A rough game for Alliance.
Very
you know,
rough.
your mentality gets affected when you have games like this, so...
Yeah, and slowly being... Oh man, even a Ravage. Just try to move on in. Loda's very low. He can't even, he hasn't even second guess commitment right here. Misery gets healed up from Ake. They get the Laguna out, and well, they do take down Funnick, but that was just Funnick versus like 3 or 4. Actually, probably 5.
And Na'Vi are going a bit ham with Dendi and Funnick right there.
Yeah, they're just feeling very confident. I mean, not really surprised. You should feel pretty confident right now.
To be honest, this is nearly... This is about as unthrowable as it gets, I would say. I mean, they can... It's so hard for Alliance to kill any of their heroes. If they just walk as 5 for the rest of the game, I'm not seeing a way for Alliance to come back. They don't really have the greatest split push this game. As BKB's just finished on CK.
Alright, well, here we go. It's going to be Loda and Ake trying to get hold of Vanscore, but they quickly turn back. Fiend's Grip and Mystic Flare just does quick work of him, and it looked like Havost maybe tickled Ake, and Ake got blown the hell up. So, hey, another Roche is up, so why don't we just go ahead and move on here and battle with him and grab another Sweet Aegis, and maybe we'll consider putting a lid on this game. A persistent Alliance squad, though, which mind you, they needed this win.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Havost gonna quickly just manhandle. Oh, nice Laguna blade you got there, lady. I'm gonna press on in. I'm gonna 8 mother. Come here. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll let you go. Whatever.
Really good play by, who was that, Vincere. He got TP'd on. Some players in that situation would panic. He's like, nope, you know what, you guys can't even kill me. I'm just gonna sleep myself, and I'm invulnerable for a second, you can't stun me, and then I'm gonna unsleep myself, and then Fiend's Grip the CK, and what can he do? So great play by Vincere there, and then they just get the kill on the CK and Wisp, and then Havost TP's top, goes ham while his team's doing Roche, and is able to pick up another kill and force the DP to TP away.
Oof. All right, Loda gets a bit of RNG in his favor as he pulls out 3 illusions for this level 2 ultimate. So
I mean, Navi can just walk away and wait for the illusions to expire.
nice horseman you got there. Uh-oh. Nope, they're not going to wait. They jump in. They kill okay. Loda pops out his BKB and is then trying to get a Havost right now. He actually did pretty good damage, but Havost just pulls out his ultimate and will just hide, and now he's dishing out big damage. Pounce is going to whiff, unfortunately, but Loda has put himself into a corner right there and gets immediately taken down, and Vincere does pick up that kill. And yeah, if you're an Alliance fan, this is just hard to watch right now. I mean, Alliance are at the near bottom, what, 14th or 15th place here in Summit 2, and this could easily be the one loss that really take them out of contention for making it into the playoffs, and that's it. That's all she wrote. They end up cleaning everyone out, and Alliance have had enough, and Navi just put on an absolute dominating game. And that was the, I mean, of the, I'm sorry, but this was probably the most hyped game for today. That was the biggest stomp of the day.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Dendi. I mean, what a performance in the mid lane.
Yeah.
I haven't seen someone do that well mid in quite a while. I mean, that was just crazy.
That was nice. That was like the Dendi of the old, if you will. The Templar Assassin, just tremendous, not only